Barbados welcomes 6 Christmas babies. A reported increase in the number of homeless people seeking meals this Christmas. And in sports, West Indies bowlers tortured at the MCG.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
A very good evening to you. I'm Sophia Cambridge with this December 26th Boxing Day edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, a total of 6 new Barbadians have entered the world at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital on Christmas Day. Last night we told you about the first to be born. He was 5-pound, 14-ounce Azari Hamilton Pedro Hines, whose mother, 32-year-old Shanika Hines of Chapman Village in St. Thomas, delivered him just after 9 in the morning. Tonight, Lisa Broom tells us of the other 5 babies.
With the initial hard work done, CBC caught up with the mothers who now have the distinct honor of bringing babies into the world on Christmas Day. Most of them were shy, opting not to speak on camera, but first-time mother Michelle Brown summed up how most new mothers feel.
Overwhelmed, happy, in love, everything all in one.
Her bundle of joy, Michaela, came at 1:16 p.m. and weighed 5 pounds 9.3 ounces. Samantha Albert was definitely the most reserved of the mothers, so Auntie Annie Albert did the honor of showing off baby Casey Cadogan for the cameras. She was born around 28 minutes after 8 last night. And Princess Rock, who was a bit more vocal, had her baby Shakaya Seeley at 4:43 p.m. The other Christmas babies, a girl and boy, were born at 2:39 and 6 minutes to 6 to Mona Lisa Moore and Jamie Husbands, respectively. Congratulations to all of the mothers. Lisa Broom, CBC News.
Thank you, Lisa. And one service club says the number of homeless people it's catering to in its weekly feeding program is on the increase. Member of the Lions Club of Bridgetown, Cheryl Dean, says 2 years ago the club was feeding 35 people, but that number jumped to as many as 70 on Independence Day this year. Mr. Dean was speaking to CBC News this morning as the club's Social Services Committee set up in Independence Square as early as 5:30 a.m. This time, he says about 55 homeless people came to be fed.
Originally, we would walk around Bridgetown, but from this year, we decided to set up here by the Treasury building, and we find that a lot of people come here at a central location and get their hot, tasty breakfast on Saturday mornings. All of the breakfast is donated by the members of the Lions Club and brought here to this location. The cost of one breakfast alone could be in the vicinity of $25 to $30, but we don't really look at the cost. We look at the fact that we are giving to those homeless members of society something to eat and drink early on mornings.
Well, guests at the Sandy Lane Hotel celebrated Christmas with a Bajan twist yesterday. Santa handed out gifts and singers serenaded the children, while a tuck band and dancers created a lively Bajan atmosphere at the luxury property. Guest Services Manager Alpha Jackman says Christmas Day is always a special one for guests at Sandy Lane, with special activities put on for their benefit. Among them, he says, is the annual Sand Castle competition and golf and tennis tournaments. Mr. Jackman says the property is looking forward to a very good winter tourist season.
We have, you got January and February, which historically is usually pretty good for the island, especially February. You got some wonderful opportunities in February. They've got Easter as usual with the family. So we're hopeful. I think we should have some fun. We should continue to have some fun looking after all of our guests, and I'm sure we got some more going to come back again to see us, and we love that.
Well, the Barbados Fire Service is reporting a relatively quiet Christmas season so far. Officials at Probin Street say they responded to a house fire at Wotton in Christchurch on Christmas Day, and this morning they responded to a vehicle which caught fire at the Bell. Police officials also say that Christmas Day and Boxing Day have been quiet thus far. However, yesterday, 29-year-old Ricardo Gibbons of Lower Carlton in St. James was shot around midday right in his neighbourhood. Police say the shooting allegedly occurred as a result of a dispute between Gibbons and another man. Investigations there are continuing. We'll have more news ahead in just a moment.
Before we start drinking, I want you to do something for me.
Like? Sound like what?
I want you to write a question on a napkin, and before we leave here, try to answer it.
Cheers.
Okay, I want you to write your answer now.
Use alcohol responsibly. If you can't control a pen, how will you control a vehicle? A message from the Barbados National Road Safety Council.
May the spirit of hope this Christmas season fill your hearts with happiness. May love fill your homes, and may you be truly blessed. Best wishes of the season to you, our treasured viewers, listeners, customers, clients, and friends. From the board, management, and staff of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation.
Live up. For more information, contact your local council for the disabled or association.
International credit rating agency Standard & Poor's had revised to negative its outlook for the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. This as the agency has affirmed its A-1 long and short-term sovereign credit ratings on the Twin Island Republic. But at the same time, Standard & Poor's has said it has revised the outlook on the long-term ratings to negative from stable. Well, it appears that citizens of Antigua and Barbuda will have to contribute more to the Social Security and medical benefits schemes. Prime Minister Gaston Brown alluded to this during a near 4-hour press briefing on Christmas Eve. He says the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party administration is making inroads into turning around Social Security and medical benefits, but more must be done. In the United States, a cleanup has begun after a violent storm left at least 15 people dead and destroyed homes in several South and Midwest states on Christmas Eve. Mississippi was worst hit with 7 people dead, while others were killed in Tennessee.
Heavy rains hammered parts of Alabama. At least 20 inches fell in less than 24 hours at the airport in Gadsden. The water made some roads impassable. Rescue crews helping residents trapped in their homes. The National Weather Service said a potential tornado touched down in Birmingham, causing damage to several blocks.
The damage was done that was confined to approximately 1 square mile. We had 3 structures, 3 houses that collapsed. We transported 1 patient from the scene. There were 2 others that was removed from the structure, but were reported no injuries.
Alabama's governor declared a state of emergency because of widespread flooding. At least 117 homes overcome by water. In Georgia, the rain damaged roads and made driving treacherous. And in Mississippi, flood warnings and relentless rain add more misery to areas already devastated by tornadoes that killed at least 8 people in the state. Many roads are flooded, and some people are dealing with rising water in their homes. In Wren, Mississippi, Victor and Tamika Hale watched as their home of 10 years was overtaken by water.
Refrigerator, the lawnmower, the trailer, it just floated away, garbage can, everything gone.
It happened so fast, we had to get up and get out of there. The rain was coming way too fast.
The couple and their 9-year-old son now homeless and staying with relatives.
It's discouraging. We lost everything. My child, he didn't get none of his Christmas items.
Well, parts of 2 of Southern California's most well-known highways were shut down today due to a wildfire that's burned hundreds of acres and spurred mandatory evacuations. We're also hearing that authorities in Australia are having similar problems.
Highway and US Highway 101 are closed just northwest of Los Angeles in the southern part of the state. The fire has torched some 400 hectares of land so far, and it's also impacting travel and could threaten nearby beaches. Mandatory and voluntary evacuation orders are in place. Australia is dealing with its own fire emergency in a popular tourist area southwest of Melbourne. Bushfires have destroyed more than 100 homes so far, and officials predict dry and windy summer conditions could fuel the blaze for some time to come. The Great Ocean Road is mostly closed to traffic during what is usually a very busy time of year. A lightning strike sparked the fire on December the 19th.
Well, one of Syria's most powerful rebel groups, Jaish al-Islam, has appointed a new leader hours after its boss was killed in an airstrike east of Damascus. Founder Zaroun Alouche, who's 44, was among those killed when rockets hit a place where rebel leaders were meeting. The Saudi-backed Islamist group is one of the largest factions and is dominant in the eastern Ghouta countryside.
44-year-old Zaroun Alouche was the commander of what is considered one of the most effective rebel forces battling Syria's government, called Jaish al-Islam. He and other senior officers were killed in an airstrike in Damascus. It's unclear at the moment whether that airstrike was conducted by Russian or Syrian forces. The Syrians have released this video stating it was their operation. The group, Jaish al-Islam, is considered a terror group by Bashar al-Assad's government. It's made up, according to U.S. officials, of around 15 to 20,000 fighters. The group was quick to announce a new commander. Jaish al-Islam gained notoriety back in 2012 when they claimed responsibility for a deadly bombing in Damascus at the government's national security headquarters. This group was due to be a key player in the upcoming peace talks in Geneva in January and sat down with government negotiators in the pre-talk conference recently in Riyadh. Jaish al-Islam and Alouche specifically were known to be in favor of a more moderate brand of Islam, not in accordance with the hardliner beliefs of Al-Qaeda or ISIS. In fact, Jaish al-Islam was credited with countering ISIS expansion and directly opposing and fighting the terror group.
Well, the sports news is next. Please stay with us.
Countdown to 50.
Hi, we are from the 129th Only Part of Bear Primary School. There are only 340 more days until our 50th anniversary of independence.
Coming up this Monday on The Mix, it's the big story with our Ryan Broom. Plus, we're talking New Year's resolutions. And 2016 marks the 50th anniversary of our independence. So we're going to be telling you more about that. That's all this Monday as we wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2016 from The Mix. Join us.
At the dawn of each day, he comes with just one purpose: to fill your morning with excitement. Get an edge to your day. Kurt Rowland, Edge. Morning Show.
Get free Facebook and Instagram with any new Digicel 4G data plan with Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Digicel data.
Digicel data for life. Data for life. Data for life. Yeah.
Get free Facebook and Instagram with any new Digicel 4G data plan. Snap, record, post, and share instantly on Facebook and Instagram anywhere across the island with Barbados' fastest 4G network. Digicel 4G. Dial *153# to sign up and start using Facebook and Instagram for free today.
Data for life.
Very good evening to you with the CBC Sports News. I'm Damien Best. A 258-run second wicket partnership between century makers Joe Burns and Usman Khawaja saw Australia demoralize the West Indies on day one of the Boxing Day second test at the MCG. After being sent in, Burns made 128 and Kawaja 144 as the hosts ended the day on a massive 345 for 3.
Got it away. Too short, and that's well played. That's 4. Oh, he's gone again. Whack. 3 in a row. That's a superb stroke. There he goes. Oh, great shot off the back foot. You don't run for that. Superbly timed. His stickers. There she goes. Beautiful batting. Superb stroke play. There it goes. It's in the air. Is he out? He should be out. No, he is out. Oh, Marlon Samuels makes the jungle, and that's a big wicket.
That's full. It's also 4. That's found the middle. It's a short ball. It's found the gap.
Shot. Glorious off line. 6 from the over.
Great move made by the footwork.
Hefter. That's a very nice shot by Burns. He got that over the top, 2 bounces 4.
It should be It's what Burns loves to do, and he does it brilliantly well. Yes. Doesn't have to. He backs away and cuts. Burns wins the race and brings up his second Test 100. Well done. He doesn't get that. Oh, it's a knock on! And he makes that! That's a beautiful stroke. That's as good as anything we've seen from anybody all day. Gone! Nicely bowled. It was wide. Joe Burns advancing. And then it was left to the keeper who didn't miss out.
Oh, wacko. Just rocked back and short, and he's pulled it away.